Hey everyone, Rich from the Active Trader Room. Just want to do a quick video on a few short setups that we talked about during the morning game plan session. First is Lululemon, LULU. A little bit of a bear flag here forming. You can see a nice little channel that's built into a declining 8. We had a nice impulse move down. Let me draw my fib extension tool. And if we look to the left of our chart, you can see we have this gap that hasn't been filled, which goes down to about, the level of 43.5. And with our fib tool from the impulse move down to the retracement, you can see the first target, pretty much lines up with that level. So I think, a good target would be between, 55 and 54 as a target on the short setup. You can see the bear flag now. Let me get rid of these fib extension tools. You can see the setup a little clearer on the 60-minute view. So let me bring up a 20-day, 60-minute look at Lululemon. So I could see, we connect the highs and lows. So now we're starting to close underneath the bear flag that is forming. So I do like this one for some downside follow-through action. And I think you could run a stop above this 60.95 pivot on the daily chart. Another one is the Chinese stocks look pretty weak. Let me just go over. First one is SINA. So you can see we're basing at lows. I think this $50 level is pretty important. You can see we have a few touches down here. I think once we start to really break away from this 8 EMA, it's the moving average that's been in control. I think the next level I could see down to 47. So I think this is another good one to watch, even for a day trade. Also, once we start to hold below that $50 level, I think you could time in with your 13-minute charts. And the other one is BIDU, the Chinese names, really never made an attempt to rally with the spiders when we did have the rally. EMAs never went bullish. They never even crossed. You can see BIDU just rallied into the 21. We just turned down. We took out prior day's low, and now I think going into tomorrow, I think we could look at this one possibly for a day trade and even a swing. I think looks pretty good. You could see some follow through on this one. I like the relative weakness in these names for shorts. And the other one, just to recap, is LVS. We've been in short this one in the swing count, I think since June 22nd. You can see below the EMAs, we broke this pivot of 44 was support. And now I think, into this prior low, which is around 41.28, is an area where we could probably take off some more profits and see how it reacts down here. If not, get flat the whole position, maybe take off another partial, and then see if we get any further follow through. So just some short ideas that I think look a little weaker than the spiders themselves. And I think the long setups probably need a little more time, maybe back to the 21 EMA on most setups that I saw. The spiders now, I think they're in a very important spot. We can see this 134.85 is the start of the gap from the EU summit overnight gap that we had. So I think, this is a pretty important level to watch. If we really spend a lot of time below that 134.85 level, I'm talking about maybe 30 to 60 minutes below that level, I think then you could see more of this gap get filled. And some of these weaker plays, like I just mentioned, the BIDU, SINA, LVS, and LULU, they should overperform to the downside if the spiders do start to pull back, and make an attempt to fill this gap in the coming days. Okay, everyone, I'll see you all tomorrow morning at the game planning session at 8:30. Thank you.